Okay. Video recording. Hello, everybody.
How exciting.
Record the audio now. Okay. We're all recording all around. Ready to go. Okay. So if you joined us on Monday night for the happy hour, you already got a little teaser about what is coming next. That's because the Monday night happy hour was co-hosted with a good friend of ours, somebody that you may know from Twitter, from Instagram, from, I don't know, various websites. I think she has like 10 now. Her blog, Frozen Reflections on Etsy, all sorts of things going on. But now we've added something to her plate because officially I want to welcome in the newest member to the Monorail team, our Universal correspondent for her very own segment. And we're calling that segment Across the Universal with Steffers. Steffers, welcome to the Monorail.
Yay.
Okay, Landon, I'm going to need a little bit more enthusiasm the next time we do this. But hello, friends. It's me.
I already regret having this segment.
I was going to say, if you can't see his face is not amused.
We have to be our own studio audience, so you got to get turned.
Do what? I don't know what that is, but I know I'm too old to do it, Jay.
I'm trying to fit in with the kids. I don't know.
Sip the coffee and just act like you got caffeine in your system. No, just me. It's fine.
Steffers brings out the youth in me. What can I say?
Something like that.
Well, Steffers, I think people probably know who you are. I mean, you have been on the podcast in the past. You've made appearances on the Parks and Monorails when we used to do that. And of course, you helped me to co-host the Monday morning at night happy hour, whatever we call that thing, this past week. But in case there are people out there who need a little introduction to Steffers, let's talk about you. I mean, I know you love to do that, right? So let's just talk about Steffers.
Sure. We can take this whole segment and we'll talk about me.
Yes. Give us a little background on your theme park history and what you're kind of up to in the content creation world.
My theme park history is I love ET. I will always love ET, and ET haters can stay away. I grew up
home.
Exactly. I grew up going to Universal more than Disney because Disney is super expensive, but at least now I have my own money to pay for it. I have been going to Disney more frequently now, but I still prefer Universal. Sorry, but not sorry. And content creation wise, I'm trying to get my life together. So check out my blog mostly. Yeah. Let's do that.
Adventures by Steffers.
With Steffers. Come on. Adventureswithsteffers.com.
Yeah, Jay. It's adventuresforsteffers.bizspot.
.wordpress.
So adventures adjacent to Steffers.net.
Correct. Correct.
Go to her Friendster page. She has the link there.
I used to have a Friendster page.
You're too young to have a Friendster.
I was old enough for Friendster, guys.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
Oh, and then another fun fact about Steffers. I am the probably youngest one in the group, and you will be able to tell from the segment when I make them feel old.
That's okay. We need a youthful voice around here. I'm telling you, like
once again, I already regret doing this segment.
That's fine. You'll be okay. We're all friends here. You're officiating my wedding, sort of.
Oh, that's a fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact. Landon is coming to my wedding to talk words that probably will be off script, and he will. Yep, that's it. Off script.
Now, UA is going to interject and put her 2 cents in, so hold for edit.
Zoe's been going nanners this entire time, so.
Okay. No, I can guarantee you one thing with Landon, and that is it will be off script, but it will be heartfelt.
I hope so. I expect some tears. His gift from us to him is a box of tissues.
Well, that's good. You might have to give it to me ahead of time because if there's one thing I can guarantee, I will cry.
Oh, there won't be a dry eye in the room. I guarantee.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. But Steffers, we're so excited to have you here. You bridge the gap in a lot of ways, not just with your youthfulness, and usefulness, but also with your connection to Universal. Because although over the last year, my Universal knowledge and experiences have gone up exponentially, we still have kind of a blind spot on this show when it comes to what's going on in Universal and how to make the most of a trip to Universal. And I think that while a lot of our audience is focused on going to Disney, I mean, it's hard to, you can't ignore, there's another, theme park in the room just down the road. And they are, I mean, I don't know if Disney always sees them this way, but they're the little brother. They're competitive. They're there. And especially with Epic Universe on the horizon. I just
can't wait.
I know. It's going to be, shall I say, epic.
Are we 100% sure Epic Universe is actually happening and it's not just vaporware?
No, it's happening. It's happening, just maybe not very quickly.
Well,
okay.
You can't blame them for slowing down based on what happened in the world the last 18 months. But
coming in 2037, Epic Universe.
Yeah. But one of the things we're going to do with this segment, though, is Steffers will bring you on. You're going to bring us the latest of what's going on in Universal and maybe talk about some of your experiences, give us some tips, some insider knowledge, because we just don't have it. I go to Universal and I'm like, what do I do? I'm lost. Do I go ride ET and that's it? That's all I know.
That's fine. You can ride ET and that's it. It's a great day for me.
Where do I get food? Are there bathrooms here? I don't even, who knows?
Oh, bathrooms.
Do they have running water?
Most days, yes, but they all it pumps it all to the ET ride, and you just have to ride to see it. It's fine. It is fine.
Very good. So, Steffers, for this first segment across the Universal with Steffers, I felt like a good place to start would be something that we all kind of share an excitement and passion for, and that's of course Halloween events. And while Disney is doing the Boo Bash this year, Universal is not modifying what they used to do pre-COVID. They're coming back bigger and better than ever with Halloween Horror Nights, and tickets had gone on sale just a few weeks ago. We already have those tickets in our hands here in the Monorail House, and I know, Steffers, you got some too, but I think we start there. Let's talk Halloween Horror Nights. For those who may not know about it, can you give us kind of a high-level overview? What is Halloween Horror Nights at Universal?
Okay, so similarly to Disney, Halloween Horror Nights is the after-hours event that they hold during the during the Halloween season. This year, it's from September 3rd to October 31st. In years past, they have extended it a week into November, and usually they only started in September. Usually there are 9 houses. This year there are 10.
Ooh.
And 5 scare zones. And then they also hold shows. R.I.P. Bill and Ted. Mm-hmm. One day, pour one out for Bill and Ted. I assume Academy of Villains is coming back because that has been a crowd favorite. It's like the Jabberwockies dancing Halloween themed. I don't know. I usually don't watch it. I'm not really into that. I'm really not into that. And the only house right now confirmed is Beetlejuice. Like confirmed.
Yeah. So we still have 9 more announcements to come. So I expect every time we get an announcement, we'll have an appearance by Steffers to tell us all about it and how you feel.
Oh, yeah. And I'll be screaming to the heavens about it.
I mean, so last year was supposed to be the 30th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights. You got the shirt on. For those in the Patreon that can see the video, she's got the shirt representing. And part of that was the much anticipated Beetlejuice house. And they ended up doing it. Was it for like one day only? They did the Beetlejuice house?
It was literally 1 or 2 days that they opened that house.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch any spoilers, so I have no idea what's happening in that house. I just know they have the little serpent thing.
Yes. I didn't see any either. The only thing I had exposure to, we did go to the tribute store last year. I didn't do any of the houses, but we did go to the tribute store. Yeah.
The dream. I have my Beetlejuice shirt. I should have worn that one too. Whatever. I can't wear 2 shirts at once. It's fine.
I mean, you can. It just wouldn't make much sense.
Thanks, Landon. Thanks.
That's what I'm here for. Fashion advice.
So Jack is back, but no one knows in what capacity he's coming. I'm assuming it's either going to be an icon house, an anniversary house. Who cares? Jack is awesome. If you don't like him, I don't know what to tell you. And then Puppet Theater captive audience was leaked, but not confirmed by Universal. I'm not really sure why. If it's already leaked, just confirm it. Give us some news. I think what's really frustrating people is that they're trying to plan their vacation and Universal's giving them nothing. I will say an announcement should be coming in the next week or two. Don't quote me on this, but an announcement should be coming in the next week or two, especially with only single night tickets available and RIP tours. So keep an eye out. They usually do Frequent Fear, which is just to go to one more than one day. I think it's 2 or more nights. It makes it worth the ticket. Or Russia Fear, which is the same concept, but it's toward the beginning of the event, I believe. And then Express is always on sale because, well, there's extra money in Express. So
can I ask a dumb question on something you just said?
You can, always. Dumb questions are welcome.
See, clearly I know this because I know all the vernacular and I'm a cool kid and stuff. But for those who are uninitiated, what are RIP tours?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, Landon. I'm glad you asked. RIP tours, it's expensive, but an awesome experience. You get a pre-tour kind of reception where they give you food. I believe it's sandwiches and snacks and sodas and obviously water. And then you get express access to all the houses. The private RIP tours, you can get unlimited, like front of the line access. And then the, I guess, shared amongst people RIP tours, it's only one go around for each house. But it's an awesome time. We priced it out for a date in September, and it was about $3,000 split amongst 10 people. So we ixnayed on that.
Yeah. Holy crap. $3,000.
That sounds super expensive, but let's just throw this out there. If you are going on this particular night in September that you priced out, the tickets for an individual without Express were $89. What were they? They're just under 100.
Yeah, it was 83. But I will say this is the caveat, you do need a ticket to the actual event, and you have to pay for the RIP tour separate. So you need a ticket to Halloween Horror Nights, and then you pay for the RIP tour separately.
Okay. All right. I was about to justify it and say, like, if you wanted Express with your ticket, you're doubling your price already. But yeah, never mind. So really, it's for a group of 10, you're looking at about $400 a person.
Give or take, yes. I will say one day I will do it to see, because you get food and you get the experience, and it ensures you do all the houses. Mm-hmm. So we ended up buying Express for our second day going because we're doing 2 nights. I usually don't do Express. It's really not a thing. But with 2020 that happened, I don't know what shenanigans are going to go on this year. So I just want to make sure I get in every single house and be happy with my life.
Yeah. So as part of the Halloween Horror Nights event, and just to give background, I mean, those who listen to the show, they already know this, but for McKenna's 18th birthday, her one request was to go to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. Now, we did do it, but I can tell you that just because we were there doesn't mean we really experienced it, because we went in the classic Monsters house first, and after that, the kids were done. They didn't want to do anything else the rest of the night. And I get it, because that particular house was nothing but jump scares.
Okay, that house was amazing.
From the first to the end, it was jump scares. So like Garrett, I think, really was having like a panic attack when we were leaving. McKenna was she was crying. She was done. I didn't even get twisted taters. I didn't get pizza fry. I didn't get anything. So
I love the fact that your takeaway wasn't that you traumatized your young son. It's that you didn't get a snack.
Yeah, I didn't get the classic snack.
Okay.
Now, Garrett, here's the thing I'll say about Garrett. He bounced back, and while McKenna and Sam did not do this, Garrett bounced back and went in the Ghostbusters house with me before we left. So
okay, all right.
I did get to do that. I was proud of him for doing that.
Again, you lead with, I did get to go into the Ghostbusters house, not the fact that your son
It was
bounced
a
back.
really good house. I'm just saying, something I respect about Halloween Horror Nights is they put a lot of thought into their theming. Some houses are like hit or miss with the scares, but almost all the time, the themes of the houses are whew.
Yeah. I mean, and just in our limited experience, what I can say is the scare zones, quote unquote scare zones, I don't think they're all that scary. I mean, they're more fun. It's immersive. You got people running around. If you go in the Simpsons area, I know this was true for us. There were people running around with chainsaws chasing people, and you could kind of just hang out and people watch. Like, it was hilarious because some people that really does scare them. There was like a Walking Dead zone that we went into, and they did little state like impromptu stage shows there, but there were also just zombies in the crowd walking around, which was pretty neat. So all that was cool. I am excited to go back because I do want to try some of the event specific treats that I didn't get to try before. But also, fries. Yeah, the pizza fries. But also, like you said, like that was like just from the 2 houses I did get to do. And I knew this from watching videos and different things, but like the houses are like movie set quality houses, and the effects are, something that you're not going to get at your little haunted house down the street. It's very cool. And if you are a person who has the constitution to be able to do it, I think that it's something that you ought to try. I am a chicken. I admit it. I'm a chicken, and there's strength in numbers. So I'm excited that this year I get to go back with a group of my friends because I can't chicken out in front of my friends. I have to do it.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna plug that event. Are we giving the date? Are we telling them all the deets?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a member of the Morning Monorail family on Facebook, we do have a private event that we've posted in there. So September 18th, we are doing. It's co-hosted by Steffers, an event going to Halloween Horror Nights as a group. I think we already are over 10.
Wow, look at us. And I have friends from, I'm from Florida originally, if you didn't know that about me. I have friends from, my old stomping grounds in Fort Myers that are coming. So we have a lot of people coming. Yeah. We're all going to get scared and poop our pants.
That's good. That's going to be a mess. Oh, wow.
We'll have you, Landon, we're going to just pay for you to come and you can just sweep behind us. How about that?
Yeah, I will not be part of that group because Jay says he's a chicken. I'm a mega chicken. So no es bueno for House Down over here.
Mega ultra chicken?
He is. Yes. Chicken arise chicken.
I will say this event is not recommended for children under the age of 13 or 14. Right. People do bring their young children. If they're scared and just going to scream the whole time, maybe don't ruin the experience for everyone else, guys. Come on. I'm just saying. And there are no masks or costumes allowed at this event. I know Disney lets you dress up. That's not this party.
Yeah. I mean, people dressed in like themed clothes and stuff, but you don't wear costumes.
I did see on Facebook, because I'm a part of a lot of Facebook groups that talk about Halloween Horror Nights. Someone's daughter wore jeans that had spikes or something on them, and they would not let her in.
Well, I mean,
so wow. As long as you don't look like you're a scream actor, a weapon or a scream actor, you should be okay. You will get banned. Also, don't try to sneak in alcohol. It won't work.
Yeah.
And yes, people do that because they are.
Yeah. I mean, Jay and I, we've been to college football games. We know people sneak booze into everything, even podcast recording.
Oh
no, this is Diet Coke. It's
I don't believe you.
Start drinking.
I don't believe you. Also, the rides are open. A handful of them. Transformers typically is open. Gringotts, Rip Ride Rocket, Mummy, MIB, and I'm going to ignore the last two because they're kind of obnoxious. But there's something.
Not open during Halloween Horror Night?
No, because I'm 90% positive they used the line for a house.
You might be right. I have a memory that maybe it was, but maybe you're right.
Is the Jaws ride going to be open?
Too soon, Landon. Too soon. Shea Alcatraz will be open for all of us to get shark attacks.
That'll need to happen.
Yeah, it will. All of it. Fun fact, I'm going to share this little tidbit. There are more tickets that become available. I heard rumors that the BOGO tickets won't be a thing just because of capacity this year, because everyone from last year that paid to come are able to come this year for no extra charge.
Gotcha.
If you do come to this event, either with us or on your own, I do highly suggest the Stay and Scream or Scream early tickets if they release them. That will allow you to get into the park about an hour or two prior to the event starting, which is what everyone at this event is going to do. Just letting all of you know that I'm in your ears and I'm telling you that's what we're doing. And we can knock out 2 houses before the official event even opens. So the Ghostbusters house and the other house that you said that I can't remember what you said already. Those will be done before everything else. And we'll just book it to the next house and we'll be done by the end of the night.
Nice.
Which is like 11 o'clock, just for the record. It's 11 o'clock. No, I mean, for us, it'll be 11 o'clock. The event goes to like 1:30, I think. 1:30? Don't quote me on that. I think it's 1:30.
Well, it's on a podcast now, so it's law.
They have to change it if it's not already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Kyle Universal is a big listener of us.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Well, I'm super excited to go back and do this again. I feel like it's something that I personally need to conquer just to, say that I've overcome that first failure of a Halloween Horror Nights event that I had.
It's really not a failure, but if you want your money's worth out of the event, you have to either do most of the houses and stop and eat a couple things, or at least stop and eat a couple things and do a couple.
I will say that when we went 2 years ago, I hadn't been to Universal in probably something like 25 years leading up to that. So this was my first trip back into the studios, and I ended up doing a lot of rides instead, like the rides that were open. We did them. I don't know how we didn't end up getting treats. We could have at least done that, but I think part of it was like trying to get our kids not to pass out. We were holding them up, trying to decide what we were going to do. But yeah, I am excited to get back down. And if you want to be part of that, make sure you're part of the Morning Monorail family on Facebook and check out that event, and you can join us. And it'll be fun. I think there's rumors that we're going to try to make a group T-shirt. So we need to make that happen.
Sure. Apparently, we're making a group T-shirt. This is the first time Stuffers is hearing about this idea.
Theme Park Rob's wifey requested it. I thought you saw that.
Oh, I did see that. I even commented on it. You can cancel me not knowing about the situation.
Yeah.
But we can definitely work on that, and it'll be. Oh, you want to plug the T Public? Is that, yeah, plug that, Landon. You do it so well. No, you don't want to say it. It's fine. But check out
TeePublic, tpublic.com, search Morning Monorail, and they're always running 20% off sale. So they might be doing it if you want to get your official Morning Monorail merchandise.
That's right.
Which you should.
Before we wrap up, Steffers, I just want to ask a couple more questions of you. The first is, if you could pick any house out of the unannounced houses so far, like what are you hoping to see? It doesn't have to be one, but like what are you hoping we get as a Halloween Horror Nights house this year?
Since it's the 30th, I really would like all of the icons from years past to make an appearance, and I don't know how likely that actually is with how the world is going right now. So I would either say a Icons house or the Haunting of Hill House.
Ooh, I would like that.
Hill House. Yep, that's what I said. House. I do like the Universal Monsters that they did in the past, and they do repeat houses sometimes, but I don't know. They might make like an extension, a series. Who knows? But you asked for one, and I gave you 3.
Oh, I said you could do more than one.
I've heard rumors that there's going to be a house based on the Capitol insurrection. Can you comment on that, Steffers?
I cannot comment on that. Stay tuned for future segments for more details on that.
Scary. That would be scary. But finally, what is your favorite Halloween Horror Nights house that you've ever experienced?
Oh, my favorite, I think it was maybe from 23. I don't actually know what year this is from. It was a Blacklight house, Asylum in Wonderland. I'm 95% positive that was the name. And it was like a take on Alice in Wonderland, but not. And it was fully black light. And there was a big giant baby that reminded me of Landon. It was really terrifying, but it was great.
To be fair, I do not look good in the diaper, so I understand that.
Neither did that baby. It was pretty terrifying. But it was, in terms of theming, like, it was really well done. And it was very, the scares were there too. It wasn't just theming, it was scares. It was just all around great experience. I pooped my pants that time. Really did. Really did.
Hope they were handing out diapers.
Mm-hmm, they should have. Would have been great.
Talk to Big Baby. He'll give you the diaper.
Honestly, he might have said something to that effect in that house. I really can't confirm or deny that.
All right. This sounds awesome. And Steffers, thank you for bringing us this exciting announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for more. And I'm glad to have you as part of our team, our official Universal correspondent. Welcome, Steffers.
Woo! I'm clapping for myself because I'm happy to be here in the Morning Monorail fam officially.
Yes. Tell people where they can find all your stuff, since I totally butchered your website earlier.
On Instagram, I'm Adventures with Steffers. On Twitter, I'm AsianZing95. I should really update that so my branding matches, but that's okay. And you can check out my website, www.adventureswithsteffers.com, where you also can get a link to this podcast because I added it. So do that. Blog, all that. Just do it. Click it.
Honey.
Get to know me.
I love it. Get to know Steffers.
Yeah.
And you will get to know her when she comes back once again. We're planning like at least once a month, but if there's breaking news, she might have to just pop in.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking. All of it's breaking, especially with Halloween Horror Nights. July is the month typically for Halloween Horror Nights stuff. So, and a lot of things are coming back. So I'll be back. Don't you worry.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Steffers, and have a wonderful time catching up on all this news. I hope that you get every little Halloween Horror Night wish that you have in your heart.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, cool. So that'll be that one. You want to hang out, or are you gonna drop?
I'll hang out. What else am I doing? Nothing. I'm gonna just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna mute you though.
Oh, I can mute myself.
Okay. All right.
Now we can tell her exactly what we think because she can't hear it.
This is like having a studio audience because now she can react to us while we're doing the first half.
Uh-oh.
This is going to be fun.
Damn it. I'm going to find out I'm not half as funny as I thought I was. Crap.
Oh, you're funny. You know you're funny. Okay.
Oh, thanks, bud.
So we're going to mark this as 2740 on the recording is when I need to flip floppy the segments. Okay. Here we go. Am I ready?
Flip floppy?
Flippy floppy.
Oh, boy.
We're on a boat. Welcome aboard the Morning Monorail Podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and this is episode number 162 of the Morning Monorail Podcast. It is July 5th. I hope that you all have all your fingers intact and you didn't blow them off with a firecracker. But it was Independence Day here in America. For our international listeners out there, I just want to say we're sorry for our behavior, but we can't help ourselves. We're American. And while I'm talking about people who can't help themselves and are also American, let's welcome in the number one fan of blowing things up while drinking. It's Landon the Dawes Known. Landon, welcome back to the Monorail.
Hi, everybody, coming in from the isolation station of love. It's me, Landon, and that might be the most accurate description and intro you've ever given of me. So I appreciate that. I do apologize for my behavior. I am American. I do like to blow stuff up. Also, while drinking, as you so eloquently put it. So off to a hot start today on the Morning Monorail.
I know, and that was all off the cuff, people. I didn't write any of that down. I am a professional, and I know how to do an intro.
Please don't try and do this at home.
No, you might hurt yourself. You might blow off a finger. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. But we are back once again. It is July 5th, and it is officially, by the way, hurricane season here in Florida. I wanted to start out just by saying, if you're coming to the Walt Disney World Resort this week, bring a poncho. And bring your Crocs because they'll stay dry. Hurricane Elsa.
How appropriate.
Why are you doing this to us, Elsa?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep. As soon as I heard Tropical Storm Elsa off the coast of, it's like, did they just say Elsa? It's like, so at least if you're coming down, it's a Disney themed hurricane.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm. That is a good point. But it is going to
Disney themed hurricanes generally cost about twice as much as they should. You got to wait in line. No, there's no fast passes, and you should have booked your dining reservation 60 days out. Sorry.
It's true. Yeah. And if you didn't do that, you're just going to be out in the rain looking like a soaked rat. Because it is going to be a wet and windy week this week. I mean, this is something. Weather is unpredictable in the summertime in Florida, but I can predict that you're going to get some rain and wind this week.
Treat it like you're going to SeaWorld, and you're when you could go to SeaWorld and you're sitting in the first 2 rows of Shamu. You will get wet.
Exactly. I like that comparison.
Thank you.
Landon, we were talking about this a little bit in the Monorail family Facebook this week, and with the impending weather, I had the question for our compatriots, our fellow Disney Parks fans. On rainy days, when you're at Walt Disney World, do your plans change? Does it just deter you from going to the park? Like, how do you handle a rainy day at Walt Disney World? I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I did comment on the Facebook post. When it was still open, Disney Quest was a lifesaver on days where it just drenched rain. Now, if you're going down to Disney during the summer, there's probably going to be a handful of times where you get one of those fun Florida pop-up thunderstorms that, go away as quickly as they do come. But this was a day where it's like, we get up, there's standing water. We go to bed, there's still standing water. So me and my party, we just decided to go to Disney Springs for the day and hung out at Disney Quest. And that was a lot of fun. Now, this was towards the end of Disney Quest's life. So some of the attractions were looking a little rough, if we're being completely honest. But being able to play stand-up arcade, like being able to play Fix It Felix, like that was a highlight I took away from that Disney trip. But on the flip side, if it is just one of those, like, all right, just give it 15 minutes and it'll peter itself out. I carry around a poncho in my bug out bag for Disney. So, I mean, in that case, just boom, throw on the poncho and go get in line for something.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. In the summertime, you can guarantee there's going to be a pop-up rain shower, a pop-up thunderstorm, and they do come and go very quickly. I have an example of, we actually went into Muppet Vision one time, and as we were going into Muppet Vision, the clouds were just coming in. As we were coming out of Muppet Vision, we hit that post rain shower. The sun is back out, and now it's all evaporating and everything's really humid. But while we were in Muppet Vision, it absolutely torrential downpoured. So everybody outside was drenched, and we were like, "That was perfect timing. We did great."
Just another reason you need to go visit Muppet Vision.
Exactly. We were all talking about hashtag save the Muppets. That time, the Muppets saved us. What can I say? It's very special, but. Like if there's going to be a day like now, I wondered if this changed for you now that you come more frequently and you're in AP. If it's going to be a day, like you said, like where it's just going to be sheets of rain for the day, but you're here for a limited time. Like, are you still going to like venture out to Epcot, or do you think you'll just make it like a resort day?
I would probably make it a resort day if it is going to be just rain from sun up to sundown. But at the same time, it's like, again, I carry the poncho, and there's going to be a lot of people of the mindset, well, I don't want to get rained on going to the park, so I'm just not going to. So in theory, there's going to be reduced crowds. It's like, what you speak of Epcot. One of my best days at Epcot ever was the day that a hurricane was supposed to hit Orlando. It was right after Galaxy's Edge opened, and people canceled their plans. Disney announced reduced theme park hours, and I went to Epcot, and I was there middle of the day. It's like, okay, yeah, we're abandoning our reduced hours of operation. Just it's a regular day, and nobody was in Epcot. I was able to walk on Soarin' like 3 times, just back to back to back to back. So. I guess it really depends on the forecast and what you're willing to, I guess, be comfortable with. If you do want to get rained on, if you do want to wear the poncho, if the answers to those questions are no, make it a resort day.
Yeah. That was Hurricane Dorian that you're talking about. And
yes, Hurricane Dory, another Disney themed hurricane.
It was Dory almost. It was almost like as it was off the coast of Florida, it was predicted to be like one of the strongest hurricanes that had developed in like 100 years or whatever. This was right after we had moved here, and the initial path had it headed right towards our house. And I was like, oh, fantastic. By the way, we're going to talk about this a little more later, but we have kids that are a bit anxious and scared about some things. And one of the hangups about moving to Florida was, but what about hurricanes? And I was like, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
They never hit Sanford. It doesn't happen. and then as soon as we moved down here, it's like, oh, by the way, Sanford is in the direct path of the most powerful hurricane we've seen in 100 years. It turned out to not play out that way, thankfully. I know some people still had some really bad effects, and I'm not trying to downplay that, but we were spared. But like you said, Disney they made all these huge plans because they expected it to be a direct hit, and then nothing happened. So my kids ended up going to Hollywood Studios like that. Probably the day you're talking about at Epcot, nobody was there. It was Galaxy's Edge. It was the opening week of Galaxy's Edge. Nobody was there. Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind if you want to play that game. If you're a little bit of a riverboat gambler, maybe like check if there's a hurricane inbound, because they'll just totally cancel if they've got travel insurance. They just won't come. You can come down. You might get a couple of really good days. It is unheard of to go to the parks with no crowds, even during these COVID times where capacity was reduced. It was just the first couple of weeks where it was like that. After that, the crowds were back. So I'm just saying, if you want to play that game, you might be rewarded, or you're going to be stuck inside because it'll be rainy and windy and unpleasant. But that's up to you. You live your life how you want to. I wanted to just say that I feel like this is a really good topic. We could do like a whole show on like rainy days in the parks. And so I'm tabling that because that's something that I think we could do a bonus ep on.
Ooh, okay. I like that. Maybe some content for the Patreon.
Absolutely.
Patreon.com/Morning Monorail.
Yeah. And speaking of Patreon, we got to do our Patreon shout outs. We got 2 new patrons this week. So welcome and hello. And how you doing? And salutations.
Yeah.
First off, I want to welcome in Jeff Burkett, aka Jeffers. Jeffany, Jeff in Canada. Welcome, Jeffers. We're so glad to have you. Thank you for joining the fam. And then also Bartender Bob.
Yay, Bartender Bob. Woo.
This week, gashed arm Bob because he was doing some home renovations and ended up, I think, dropping blinds on his arm or something. He had to go get some stitches. So,
holy Bob, that's not how you install blinds.
It really isn't. It really isn't. But thanks, Bob, for joining. Thanks for your support. Bob is behind the scenes. Bob is a friend. We hang out all the time. I did not give him the hard sell on you got to join the Patreon. I told him not to, but he did, and I appreciate it. So, guys, we're adding people every week. We're so happy to have you. And by the way, the shout outs are for every tier of Patreon. And once we get through a few cycles here, you're not just going to get one shout out. We'll probably do this like on at least biannual basis where we thank you personally. So
you're getting bang for your buck.
That's right. However, if you do join the higher tiers, you get access to things like our bonus episodes, the videos. I added one just last night of a video I took of the Chinese acrobats from the China Pavilion in World Showcase. It was one of the last times I saw them in person, and I actually really liked the video. The sun's kind of setting in the background. It's a little bit artistic.
I refuse to believe that you shot it. It is in no way artistic.
Okay. Well, I mean,
and you said this was from the last time you saw them. They're not back or anything, right?
They're not back yet. No.
Okay, I was about to say, holy crap! I think you're burying the lead there on that video.
No, unfortunately, they're not back. We still don't have live performers aside from like the Jameters and Mariachi Cobre in World Showcase. We're still missing all those live performers, and I really do miss them. We got to get them back.
They really add to the ambiance and atmosphere of Epcot.
Yeah, come on, Chappie.
Yeah, Chappie,
you're on notice, buddy. I don't know what I'm going to do, but do it. Bring them back. All right, it's time to get to the Walt Disney World news. But coming up later, you're going to want to stick around because we've got a very special second segment of the show today. We're introducing a whole new recurring segment with a brand new member of the Monorail team. If you joined me on Monday during the happy hour, you already know who that's going to be. But if you're unawares, stick around. It's going to be a good one, and you're going to want to be here for that.
And this is going to be a reoccurring segment, and it is not going to be hidden behind a Patreon wall. This is a free, added to the cool show segment.
That's right. Yep, free for everybody.
Yep.
And hopefully it's just going to increase our coolness, but we'll see.
It'll definitely increase your coolness. Might bring me down to your level, but I mean, still, it's going to be cool.
It evens us out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. All right, we got a lot of news today, so we're going to have to crank through some of this stuff, but I made some detailed notes, and we'll see how we do. You know what happens as soon as I tell you that we're not going to take forever to do the news, and then
Mash cut to us 2.5 hours later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're going to start with this one because I think we can hop over it pretty quick, but I did want to mention the swimming pool at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, is closing for refurbishment in early 2022. This is the Samawati Springs pool, and it's not that big a deal because it's not the best pool at Animal Kingdom Lodge. What you want to do is go to the Jumbo House, go to the big pool. That's where the slides are. That's where, they've got like the music pumping. It's bigger. It's got the zero entry on one side. It's a beautiful, lovely pool. There's plenty of room for everybody. The Samawati pool's all right, but I personally prefer the Jumbo House pool anyway. It's going to be closed for 3-4 months. Along with the pool closure, they're also going to shut down the spa and the Uwanji camp during that same period. I guess they're just going to do a whole refurbishment to that area. However, the health club and the Maji pool bar will remain open, so you can still get your drinks and then go get your swole on if you want.
That's the only way I'm going to the gym, is if I can get a drink before and after.
So if you've been following along with the show, if you're following us on the socials, you know that we stayed at the Animal Kingdom Kidani Village for Sam's birthday this prior New Year, and I can just tell you that it's possible that when we returned from drinking around the world, we may have just gone into the health club after we got our drink on. That probably happened, and there's video and picture evidence of it. So,
well, I mean, that makes sense. After you've been, eating and drinking around the world, you got to burn them calories, right?
You got
to. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know what? This segues nicely into my next topic, which is tasty treats, food. We love to talk about tasty treats and food, and lots of restaurants are on the docket to reopen. You love to see it. Some really, really cool news here. First of all, Casey's Corner is back.
Yeah, this is not a drill. It's finally back.
It is back. I am so excited for this. I like some of our other friends in our Disney community, I don't think that I was really turned on to Casey's Corner until I was an adult. But then I did discover the glory of those hot dogs, especially like the chili cheese dog, the bacon mac and cheese dog, which is not going to be offered, at least for now. R.I.P. This is not Noodlepocalypse.
I don't know. I mean, you know how Diz Twitter responds to stuff rationally and level-headed. So, I mean, give it a couple weeks, and they might start sending in bomb threats or something over the mac and cheese dog.
Well, and we did see that it is effective when Diz Twitter mobilizes for a common cause. Mm-hmm. They can make things happen, and that's a little teaser for a news story a little later. But yeah, no bacon mac and cheese dog. I can just tell you though.
You also did bomb threats, by the way. We do not have
no. Please, no violence. I can tell you for sure. I've had both the bacon mac and cheese dog and the chili cheese dog. The chili cheese dog's better anyway, and also the corn dog nuggets are back. So
yes,
I'm
all about them corn dog nuggets.
Yeah. If you want to step over after you've had your corn dog nuggets and get some ice cream, the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor is opening back up on July 7th. So 2 days from now, as you hear this recording, they are bringing back that delicious ice cream hosted by Eddie's and also Barks Root Beer floats and Coca-Cola floats. Oh, yeah.
I'm a fan of them floats.
Oh, I can feel the heartburn now, but I'm looking forward to it.
It burns so good.
It hurts so good. Yeah. Here's a change that some people weren't super happy about, but I think I don't know. I think I am. I think I'm pro this change. I'm very positive lately with a lot of these changes. Citricose is coming back. Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is welcoming back Citricose on July the 15th. You can actually book reservations now. But when it comes back, you're going to be dining underneath the lovely London sky in a newly reimagined Citricose themed after the elegance of Mary Poppins Returns. So what I've seen is there's been an uproar about the fact that it wasn't classic Mary Poppins. Okay. And I just want to respond to that. Who cares? Okay. Like it's not like Emily Blunt's going to be there. It's just themed after the style. It's similar to the Enchanted Rose, which is the lounge in the Grand Floridian, which is lovely and beautiful. We all enjoy that very much.
Mm-hmm. That place is awesome.
We enjoy the truffle fries.
Oh, they're so good.
But this is not like it's going to be in your face theming. This is supposed to be just light, subtle theming and color scheme that pays homage to Mary Poppins Returns. It's fine. Why are we upset about this? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, to be on the other side, it is kind of interesting they would choose that Mary Poppins as opposed to classic animated Mary Poppins. But in the scheme of things, does it really matter?
Well, classic Mary Poppins came out 100 years ago. Okay. The film has faded. They don't know what color anything was back then.
It was shot in black and white.
It was black and white. Do you want the restaurant to be black and white?
It was shot before colors were ever existed. Yeah,
colors. We had not discovered colors.
Nope.
When the first Mary Poppins. I'm just kidding.
We didn't discover color until Ted Turner came along.
It's true. Hanna-Barbera cartoons introduced us to color. No. But seriously though, like I get it. It's I do understand. People have like such a high nostalgia and it holds a place in their heart, the original Mary Poppins. I love it too, but at the same time, if they hadn't told you that this was specifically themed after Mary Poppins Returns, would you even know it?
Bingo.
Yeah. Okay.
This like people that are up in arms, it feels like faux outrage.
Yep. So again, who cares?
That's going to be our next shirt coming to the TeePublic store. Who cares? Justin Monorail.
I love you all, but who cares? All right. Hopping over to Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, 8 Spoon Cafe is coming back. And if you're familiar with 8 Spoon Cafe, it is now already open. You can get your baked macaroni and cheese with or without pulled pork. I love it. Yeah. You can also get a pulled pork jelly donut sandwich. I don't love it. That sounds like a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No thanks.
What? No.
No thanks.
No.
Maybe, I don't know. Is this something we have to do for research and cut into pieces and have a little bite of at some point?
I mean, I guess they're going for like the sweet and the salty mix, but no.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it?
It really doesn't. No.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Why? They never stop to ask. Should And then also Dino Diner, as of this recording, has reopened. So you can get your chili cheese dog or a corn chip pie, which if you don't know corn chip pie, I'm pretty sure it's like a Frito pie, like chili with Fritos and cheese.
Okay. All right.
That's what we're talking about here.
I'm a fan of that combination.
Yeah. Last on the restaurant news, we got Trails Inn coming back at the campsite at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. Now, I have never, July 17th, by the way, I have never stayed at the campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. I've never eaten at Trails Inn, but I've heard great things about the food there, the barbecue, the chicken. I'm pretty sure it was a buffet. And they're going to do hearty family style skillets, as we've seen at a lot of the buffets, doing the family style skillets for breakfast and dinner. The question on a lot of people's minds is, when are we going to hear about Hoop-de-Doo, the Hoop-de-Doo review? Another thing I've never done, but endless buckets of fried chicken and buckets of beer. Sign me up.
Yeah. That has Landon written all over it. It has to be just a matter of time for Hoop-de-Doo. I mean, with everything else coming back, definitely by October 1st, I feel confident saying it will be back.
I think so. It has to. It's another one of those things, though. I think it's more, maybe it's performer based.
Yeah.
They got to get all the performers back and get
that. Yeah. Definitely has a live entertainment element. So
yeah,
something to keep in mind.
It's a sing-along show with corny jokes. If you're not familiar with Hoop-de-Doo Review, it's one of those things people say you got to put it on your Disney bucket list. If you've done it, let us know what you think about it. Some of the folks in the Morning Monorail family on Facebook have spoken very highly of Hoop-de-Doo. So that might be a fun thing to do as a little group event at some point.
Mm-hmm. And there's buckets of beer. So if you don't enjoy it, you can enjoy that.
Yeah, buckets of beer and good times for all. This is a new thing, and I feel like this is really an interesting thing that they're going to be offering at a couple of the resorts, and I wanted to point this out. A new summer offering for the entire family, starting June 30th, so it's already happened. Disney Family Night Dinner. This playful family-style dining bundle includes a takeout shareable meal, sweet treats, and an original card game or a card type game inspired by some of your favorite Disney friends for your family and friends to enjoy. It's available from 5 to 10 p.m. through mobile order at 2 resort locations. The first is the Centertown Market at the Caribbean Beach Resort. And the second, I don't have written down. Awesome. So I don't. Oh, it's Gasparilla Island Grill at the Grand Floridian. Okay. So interesting. One deluxe resort, one moderate. That's interesting.
Now, did I hear correctly? This is a new card game?
It's some sort of original card type game they're saying that you get with these takeout shareable meals.
Like, I'll be honest, that has me more intrigued than the takeout because it's like literally right off camera. I have stacks of Magic the Gathering cards. So like card games are my jams, if we want to use a technical term. So I'm intrigued about that because we saw them take away the card game they had in the Magic Kingdom. Yeah.
Magic Kingdom.
And that was a pretty cool concept. So Disney can do card games pretty dang well. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be.
Yeah.
Watch it just end up being like a deck of playing cards that have like
it'll be Old Maid.
Old
Maid or Goldfish with Goldfish. Goldfish with Goofy. I don't know. It'll something. But just to give you a little peek at the menu at Caribbean Beach, you're going to get a roasted Jamaican style chicken, fried yuca. I'm not a fan of fried yuca. Cilantro rice, seasonal vegetables, and of course, Caribbean pull-apart rolls with onion jam and guava butter. That sounds great. And then decorate your own Mickey and Minnie cookies. At Grand Floridian at the Gasparilla, you can get a garden salad, savory lasagna, 2 Mickey-shaped cheese or pepperoni pizzas, and then mini cheesecake with strawberry sauce. This sounds pretty great to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the second option more so, but yeah, I would sign up for that and the card game.
Yeah. So if any of you try that, any of our Monorail fam out there try these family style meals, I would love to hear what your experience was. And we want to know about those card games.
Yeah.
I
want to get first edition. I'm looking for that Black Lotus, y'all.
Are you playing bridge with Mickey on it? I don't know. This one is a little down the road, but we did get an announcement that a very popular ice cream shop over at the Disneyland Resort in the downtown Disney district is coming to Disney Springs next year. Salt and Straw. Now, I have no exposure to Salt and Straw, but again, this is more of a teaser. We have some friends again over on the West Coast, particularly Tom and Michelle are over there. Donna's over there. If you've tried Salt and Straw, please let us know. Like, is this something we should be really fired up about? I love ice cream. I'm all for some good ice cream. So
we are not afraid to say it on the Morning Monorail podcast. No. We are pro ice cream.
Yeah, I'm willing to say that right this second. Ice cream, good. Insurrection's bad.
Yes. Yes.
I just can't help myself sometimes. Okay. The funny thing is it's out of order because we talk about it later. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chaos, baby. That's from another podcast I listen to. Do we have any runners amongst us?
No.
Not here on the show, but I know in the Monorail fam we do have runners. In particular, our friend Lexi.
When did running get so popular? Like I'm on all these dating websites. Everybody runs, like hiking. Who does that? It's like, all right, we're going to go for a walk. Where? Just in the wilderness. Why? So we can walk. Sorry. I don't get it.
We're getting a little preview into Landon's Type 5. He's working up for the next open mic. I love it. I don't really either. I'm not a runner. I'm not a runner or a track star. But some people are. And I will say, and I've said it before, if I was going to do it, I would consider running in a Walt Disney World park. I mean, I've rope dropped. I've run in a Walt Disney World park. But in order to get a medal, I think I would consider it. But this is exciting for those of us who... Oh, Allison, too. WDW Minibar. She's a runner. She does this stuff. So Run Disney races are coming back. Disney confirmed this, kicking off the 2021-2022 race seasons. The first one is going to be November 4th through the 7th, which is the Disney Wine and Dine Half Marathon weekend, powered by Aftershocks, whatever that is. See, I'm so unplugged from the run community. I don't even know what Aftershocks is. It's probably shoes. I don't know.
No, those go on your car, dummy.
Oh, okay. You're right. Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend, January 5th through the 9th is coming back. That's the big one. And that'll be the full marathon. They've got all sorts of events that go on with that. The Disney Princess Half Marathon Weekend is February 24th through the 27th of 2022. And then the Run Disney Springtime Surprise Weekend presented by Otterbox. I know Otterbox.
Yeah.
March 31st through April 4th. So good news, because in-person events are back. They had been doing virtual events during COVID times. This is our first signal that things are really coming back. I know Disney really, I think they do well with these Run Disney events. And
yeah, they ain't cheap, and they always sell out. So I'd imagine.
Popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of one of those things that if you are a runner, then people are like, well, you got to do a half marathon or a marathon at Disney. And I don't blame them. I mean, January is the time to do it. So you're not, they don't do these in the middle of summer, probably for good reason.
People would be passing out and having heat strokes just right in front of Cinderella's castle.
Yeah. But good news for runner. It's all good news just because we don't do it. I'll be there cheering you on, standing on the side with my pulled pork jelly donut.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to go get another drink. You run good.
You run good. We need see, this is not a bad idea. If we know that we've got Monorail fam in the marathon, we just stand somewhere along the path with like a Monorail fam banner with the names of our runners on there, and we cheer them on with our drinks.
Yeah.
We could do it.
Absolutely. We could get signs that say Blah is my favorite member of the Monorail family.
Yep. Maybe coming to a t-shirt near you on the TeePublic store.
We call that a tease.
That's right. More opening news. The Polynesian Resort is set to reopen July 19th. Now, the DVC rooms had been open as well as Kona Cafe and Captain Cook's, but this is in regard to the rethemed Moana rooms. And also Ohana is opening up July 9th as well. So the only thing that we don't know about still is Trader Sam's. Still waiting on Trader Sam's. Why did Disneyland Trader Sam's reopen and ours is not? I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I just do not understand that. That's one of the more unique experiences you can have on property, and it's just still sitting closed.
Yeah.
We even knocked on the door the last time we were there just to make sure. Like, oh, thank God somebody's finally here. It's been months since we've seen everybody.
Well, they didn't let us in, unfortunately, and we still don't know when they're going to let us in. So I take that as an act of war, Bob Chapek. Open up Trader Sam's. Let us in there.
Do it, you coward.
Of course, it's all his fault. Good news, though. I take this as another piece of good news. Guys, I'm so positive lately.
You really are. You're positive Jay today.
I like it. This is good because I am a fan of PhilharMagic. I like that show. I think it's a solid 3D show. It's getting a little bit of an upgrade here. According to the Disney Parks blog, the musical number Un Poco Loco will anchor a new scene when PhilharMagic debuts for the 50th. Now, it's been running, but as of October 1st for the 50th, PhilharMagic is getting this scene from Coco added. So that's super exciting. Like to me, that means that they're interested in keeping it there and hopefully refreshing it. And I don't know, maybe this will be maybe they'll at some point upgrade the technology, because I will say the only thing that I feel like is a negative about PhilharMagic is the opening scene when they're in the theater is always blurry to me. But then once they get into the actual, like Donald going on the adventure to get the sorcerer's hat, all of that is fantastic 3D. I think it might rival or be right up there as the best 3D show. I'm not putting it up against Flight of Passage, but the best 3D show that you can get in the parks, because like there are some very, very effective scenes. Like I'm thinking about Ariel when she's doing the part of your world. She has like all the little jewels that come out and they're floating in front of you. Like it really looks like it's right there in front of you. I love Muppet Vision as much as the next guy. A lot of the 3D effects don't necessarily work so well for me. I love the show. I just don't think the 3D is that effective. I really think PhilharMagic, once you get past the orchestra scene, really, really works.
Yeah, PhilharMagic is one of those things I think is underrated or off the radar, so to speak. When people think of the Magic Kingdom, it's like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. I would put PhilharMagic up there. I feel like that's something, if you've never experienced, you need to go out of your way and do. It is such a fun show. It has the songs that you love, and they present them, like Jay said, in a very well done 3D manner.
Yeah, and we have sat in multiple areas of that theater, and I feel like it's a good show from wherever you sit. So you get air conditioning.
Yes.
You usually don't have to wait very long.
No.
And then you get a good 3D show with your classic Disney characters and scenes from classic Disney animated films. What do you hate on? Well, I saw when this news came out, I saw plenty of people were kind of ho-hum about PhilharMagic. And I'm going to tell you, you're missing out.
You really are.
You're overlooking it. It's a good show.
And then Mickey and Minnie leave you a fun voicemail on your My Disney Experience app.
They do. That's a big bonus too.
Yep.
I get it, and I'm excited every time. All right. So go revisit PhilharMagic if you haven't been in a while, because I do think, and I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that it doesn't need an upgrade or a refurb, because I think that it probably does, just technology wise. And they got to do something about that orchestra scene at the first. I think it could be better, but the rest of it, very, very good.
I really do hope that this is kind of the start of a trend. What other Disney music would you like to see introduced into PhilharMagic?
Oh, wow. Well, give me something from Soul.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I would love to see Soul in there in that theater, because it's got great sound. Yeah, just off the top, that's what are there other? I was trying to think. I guess they don't really have Pixar though represented in the show, aside from Coco will be now. It's the first one.
Yeah, that'll be the first Pixar representation.
Oh yeah, you could do Soul then. They're breaking the ice on Pixar.
Even though it's not Pixar, I'd love to get some Moana music in there.
Yeah. Oh,
could you imagine the 3D presentation with that?
Yes.
Ooh.
That would be gorgeous. I'm not going to mention Frozen, because we all know #RealMen love Frozen. We already got plenty of Frozen. We don't really need Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen has its own daggone show. So.
Yeah. Would I hate it? No, of course I wouldn't hate it. But I just think we got it covered. We're good.
Yeah. Frozen is definitely taken care
of. All right. Tell us your thought. Honestly, PhilharMagic, like I said, it feels divisive. It feels like the Disney crowd is kind of split on PhilharMagic. I'd love to.
I don't understand how you could be against it.
It's
awesome.
I don't know.
If you're against PhilharMagic, you hate awesome things. I mean, that's your stance to take. But I don't agree with it.
We don't agree with it or support it. All right. Finally, this was the big one, because I think that there's so much that can be said about this. From the Disney Parks blog, this is pretty intense. October 1st, we will be rolling out, we being Disney, I'm not Disney, we'll be rolling out a new early theme park entry benefit for Disney Resort hotel guests and guests of other select hotels, giving them the first chance to enjoy select attractions at every theme park every day. Fine. We already knew this was happening, right? No surprise. Good for you. If you're staying at resort, there's your extra magic hours. It's going to be just in the morning, every park, every day. You don't have to plan around it. Great. Here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. In addition, with the kickoff, well, I should have said dreamers. Here's the kicker, dreamers. In addition, with the kickoff of the 50th anniversary, guests staying at one of our Disney Deluxe or Deluxe Villa resorts will also be able to enjoy extended evening hours on select nights in select theme parks. Extended evening hours will begin in early October with specific dates and parks to be shared at a later time. Here's the deal. This is the first time we have really seen Disney differentiating a benefit like this, park related, for deluxe resort guests. Now, I realize this is a very divisive topic. I am on the side of, and I know I'm a local, I'm also a platinum AP holder, and that maybe shapes my vision and shapes my perspective. But I do feel like if you pay the money, why should you not get extra benefits? It doesn't bother me because they're not saying they're going to shorten hours on those nights at those parks and kick people out. Also, if you had ever gone to the parks as a non-resort guest on a night where that park had extra magic hours, it's not like it's a hard ticket event where they make you show a wristband or a lanyard and they kick you out of the park. They're still going to let you shop. You just can't ride the rides. Now, they'll probably suggest to you, oh, it's extra magic hours. You know, you start heading to the front, whatever. But it's a different thing. I've been in Epcot during extra magic hours and stayed for like 2 hours after I was supposed to be gone. I just couldn't ride anything, you know? So I don't really see the negative here, personally. If Disney has been cranking up the price on deluxe resorts for years without offering any additional benefit, the prices are ridiculous. And I get it. It is something that's reserved for people who have like done like a lifetime of savings, or maybe they're wealthy people, or what have you, whatever it may be, or they've just decided to allocate the money to a Disney trip, a once in a lifetime kind of Disney trip. I get it. So this means that you're pricing out the average everyday family, but they're not taking anything away from those people. They're just saying these people have paid an exorbitant amount of money to stay in these exclusive deluxe resorts that are priced way too high. Here's an extra benefit for doing that. Now, that's not to say they won't increase the prices, because maybe they will. And now it's going to be even more expensive to stay deluxe. But there are DVC people who, you know, they're going to get this benefit. And it's really like they're not going to pay any more unless they up the point requirement or something. I don't know. Landon, you tell me, am I way off on the way I see this?
I don't think you're way off on it. I understand people this rubbing them the wrong way because it is kind of a pay to play type situation. But I see where you're coming from. If you're already paying through the nose to stay at the Polynesian or Grand Floridian or something like that, how do I put this without sounding like an a-hole? I do think you should get a little something on the side. Because, I mean, you're already paying thousands of dollars to stay at a hotel. When it comes with all the bells and whistles you want, at the end of the day, you're paying thousands of dollars for a bed, for a place to lay your head at the end of the day. So maybe you should get something extra. And like you pointed out, it's not like they're taking anything away from the people that don't want to pay the thousands of dollars to stay at a bungalow or something like that. If you're just staying at Pop Century, you're still going to be able to get the same exact experience you were beforehand.
Mm-hmm. That's the way I feel.
Yeah. And like I said, I understand the people that aren't paying the thousands of dollars, why it might rub them the wrong way. But at the end of the day, you're still getting exactly what you're paying for.
Yeah. I mean,
you're still able to get to the park when it opens. You're still able to stay through the end of the night. Yeah. You're still getting the experience that you and your family are going down for.
Yeah. If you're in the resort, you get the extra magic hour in the morning, regardless at every park. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like it's fine. It's fine. I do understand, like, if you're a person who's like, I will never be able to afford deluxe resort. And by the way, that might be me inclusive. I don't know that
I will put my hand up there. It's like I'm going to have to hit the lottery or something to ever be able to stay at the Polynesian or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know that that's ever going to be something that I do. I would hope to. I hope someday maybe I get to. I know we did the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We rented DVC points and did Animal Kingdom Lodge, but I got a great deal. It was very low price when we did it. And that was for 2 nights. I just don't know. Like, this may not even apply to me. I just think it's fine. As we look forward to things like Fast Passes coming back,
Definitely feels like Fast Passes are coming back.
I have a bit of an inkling that deluxe resort people may have some sort of an advantage when it comes to Fast Passes. I don't know what that is, and I don't have any insider information on this. I'm just saying, if they come back in whatever form they come back, whether you have to pay for them or whatever it may be, I mean, it seems to me now, that to me puts day guests at a bigger disadvantage than just giving deluxe resort people extra time on a night where they just get a little extra time past closing in a park. So let's reserve our vitriol for something that might impact you in a line. Because guess what? That might also mean that those deluxe resort guests don't come out the morning because they know they're going to stay late.
Yep.
Just saying. One of the things that was very interesting about this article was buried in the very end of it. It was like, you ever see those memes where it's like nobody and then it's like ... nobody ... and then Disney's like, oh, by the way, we're going to bring back the dining plan. No other details.
It's like Steve Jobs at the end of an Apple announcement. And one more thing.
Yeah. We can't tell you when. We can't tell you how. No details, but we're going to bring it back. The only thing I can figure is people have been asking and asking and asking. And then Disney's like, yes, the answer is yes, it's going to come back. We just don't know anything else. So they say they're not ready to share timing, but they are planning to bring it back. And I know that we have people in the Morning Monorail family that like the dining plan and find value in it. And that's fantastic. One funny thing that they put in this Disney Parks blog, and I added it to the notes because I just wanted to point this out. This is like just directly to the Diz Twitter crowd. It says, we will also continue to reopen more resort offerings, including restaurants like Ohana, in parentheses, with the noodles. That's in the official Disney Parks blog.
It's like, we heard you nerds. Here are your noodles. Settle down.
Are you kidding me? Like, you basically just acknowledged that you reacted to the outrage.
You empowered the mob there. Good job, Disney.
Yeah, was that a good idea? I don't know.
I mean, we know that Disney does listen to the Diz Twitter crowd for better or for worse, but this is official acknowledgement.
Yeah. You did it, guys. Good job, Adam. Adam led the charge on this one. I give him full credit. So this was like a shout out to Adam in the Disney Parks blog. He'll be proud.
We're the worst. We are just the worst.
We are. But that's okay. There are worse things. There are things to really get upset about. I just don't know that noodles were the thing. But you know what?
But people lost their ever-loving minds over them noodles.
People got what they wanted. I would be more upset about other things. I don't know. I don't want to get into it right now. Marges? Okay. Oh, I did want to say, because I totally skipped this in the intro. Happily Ever After and Epcot Forever are back.
Yep. Fireworks are back. Woo.
As of July 1st. If you are a person who likes to watch some of the live streams on YouTube, you could have watched both. Resort TV 1, our friends Jenna and Josh at Resort TV 1 actually streamed Happily Ever After from the Magic Kingdom, and then you could hop over on the Corey Meets World feed, and he was streaming Epcot Forever. And guess what? Again, Speculation Nation guessed right. No jet skis or kites. They were gone. And that was a total guess on our part, but we nailed it.
We nailed it. We know stuff, people.
And I just got to tell you, I didn't like Epcot Forever before. I like it even less with no So, Illuminations, people. That's all we want.
Well, it probably Epcot Forever, I think, isn't lasting forever. So
no, it's not. It's for a limited time only. Epcot Forever, temporarily back 2.0.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little mouthy when you phrase it that way.
Enjoy it while it lasts. I know I love the music. I will say that. I've been positive today. I'm going to keep it positive. I love the music.
Yay, all the way.
They have changed it up a bit, I noticed. I guess they had to because they had to change what they did during the kite segments. And I think they shortened the kitchen cabaret part.
Boo.
Go back and listen because I'm pretty sure that they changed up the kitchen cabaret part.
So, and speaking of changes, Happily Ever After, they made a slight adjustment too, eliminating the ladies and gentlemen part, boys and girls.
Yeah, and I referenced that earlier when I said ladies and gentlemen. They changed it to dreamers.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm cool with it.
I think I'm going to start saying it on the show from now on.
Wow. You like it that much? Okay.
I think it's great. Yes, I think it's inclusive. And I think, honestly, if people have a problem with it, then they need to do a little look in the mirror because there's no problem with it.
Yeah. What's wrong with being inclusive?
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Inclusiveness is good. All right. We're going to take a little break right here because we got to get ourselves prepared. When we come back, we are bringing it's not a guest. We're bringing on the new member of the Monorail team to start a brand new segment of the show. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it.
Oh boy. Buckle up. Here we go.
Time check 1:15. We're doing good. Now we just got to do our plugs.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's plug it up then. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, nope.
He did the thing he's not supposed to. You're going to podcast jail.
Dreamers, thank you for joining us today. We love every single one of you. Thanks for being part of this Monorail family. Make sure you're following us on all the socials. We're at Morning Monorail everywhere. If you look for us, you'll find us. Google Morning Monorail and all of our stuff comes up. You can go to morningmonorail.com if you want that centralized location. That gives you a link to our TeePublic store. I'm adding a link to Adventures by Steffers as well. You'll see that this week because guess what? She's on this team. She's part of this team.
Yep.
So make sure you check that out. Let us know. Give us your thoughts. Give us your feedback. Tell us how much you love Steffers and how much she increased our coolness because I know that you feel that is the case because that's what I feel. Join the Morning Monorail family on Facebook. Don't forget we have a Patreon. July is the month. Here's what the Patreons are going to get this month. The patrons, they're getting 2 additional bonus eps. They're going to get at least 2 videos. There's going to be a live Q&A stream on July 20th for our silver and gold members, and so much more. Show notes, video of the show recording, all sorts of stuff. Again, not required. We're going to be here every Monday with the free show, and you're always going to get this. We're bringing back M34D. We just got to make a plan to do that. Maybe we can do it starting this month. We'll just have to get our act together. But, you're going to get this content that you've come to know and love. But over on the Patreon, there's so much more that you can see. That's all I'll say. Landon, you've got more to say. Tell people where they can find you.
Oh, yeah. LANDOZ, please go follow me, Landon Doan. I'm the best, Landon Doan, not the rest. That's where you can follow me on Twitter, 280 characters at a time. I also appear on the Phil Show, News Talk 98.7 WOKI, locally radio station. Wow, I talk good. Local radio station here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Also streaming worldwide at newstalk987.com, available in the iHeartRadio app and the News Talk 987 app as well. I actually did some hosting this week. That was interesting. It was fun. So there's some talk that might show up on the Patreon as well. So if you want to hear me be bad at my day job, head over to patreon.com/Morning Monorail and sign up. Should be fun.
Fantastic.
Listen to Phil and Munch.
That does not work. No. Let's put a kibosh on that. No, thank you.
I just wanted to try something.
Well, I appreciate the effort, but no.
I do like that effect though. That's pretty good.
You should just use that for the entire show.
Hello, everybody. We're gonna wrap things up now.
He's gotten drunk with power, or I've just gotten drunk with bourbon.
So we're wrapping up here today, but again, you can catch us on all the socials. Make sure you're interacting with us throughout the week. Tell us all about how you feel about PhilharMagic. Tell us what you do on rainy days in the parks, and tell us how much you love Steffers. We can't wait to hear it. We'll see you. Yeah. If we don't see you there, we're going to see you right back here next Monday. And until then, be nice. Thank a cast member.
Mm-hmm.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Bye-bye.
See ya.
End the broadcast.